It's pretty unbelievable, honestly. I've been coming to games at the Link since I was like 5 years old. You know, I have great memories of my dad taking me here, my grandfather, all my family members coming out to the games, you know, together and just having great memories. And the fact that, you know, hopefully, you know, I can help provide some great memories for some other families now coming up. It's pretty surreal and a full circle moment for me.
How disappointing was it didn't work out in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I gave everything I had there and loved all of my teammates and the coaches that I came across. You know, some absolute great memories that I'll take forever and lifelong friendships and talking to guys, you know, after it all went down, just, you know, grateful that we had the time we had together and wish, you know, everyone over there nothing but the best.
What's the best way to explain why you wanted a fresh start?
You know, I just thought it was time. You know, it just felt like it was time from, you know, the things that transpired and, you know, wanted to get a chance to go somewhere else and continue to grow my career. And the fact that it's in Philly, you know, the place that I grew up, you know, found the love for the game here with a great coaching staff, you know, great players. I'm looking forward to meet all these guys in a couple of weeks when everyone gets back into town. But, you know, I think it's an awesome opportunity here to join this team.
You're coming to a situation where there's a pretty clear-cut starter already in place. How do you view your role here?
Yeah, just help the team win any way I can. You know, I talked to Jalen, talked to Tanner in the room. They seem like great guys, and got with Coach Nussmeier and you know, Coach Moore today. Got a chance to meet them. You know, just want to, you know, be a great addition to the room and help the team out any way I can.
How much interaction did you have with the pre-draft process a couple of years ago?
Yeah, had a couple interactions. Obviously, I knew a lot about, you know, the city and the team, but getting to know more about, you know, the day-to-day and the coaching staff and the people that work behind the scenes all seem like great people. Seems like a place that, you know, I'll definitely fit in and share the same kind of core values. So, you know, I'm looking forward to joining here.
I'm thinking Ocean Township's more Giants territory.
It is.
How did you end up being an Eagles fan? And any favorite players back then?
Yeah, my dad grew up in Philly for a couple years before he went over to Ocean Township. So I think that's where it started, and he passed it down to me. But off the top of my head, McNabb, Westbrook, Dawkins, Selleck, Trotter, Curse, just those coming up, those are my guys. So I know vivid memories of them running out of the tunnel. Now that I'll be doing that same trot, you know, I'm pretty excited.
Obviously, in a trade, you don't have as much say on where you're going as if you were a free agent and everything. I mean, I know obviously you'd like a chance to start and everything. How does, you know, coming here kind of balance, you know, weigh into all of that? Yeah,
I just think it's a good reset. I think, you know, getting a chance to play on this team in that quarterback room with a couple of great guys, you know, helping those guys out any way I can and just be ready if my number's called somewhere down the road. It's a crazy league, crazy business. You know, just trying to put my best foot forward and you know, be an asset for this team.
You mentioned that word reset. You mentioned the word reset. What did you learn from the adversity in Pittsburgh? Do you think you took something from that part of it?
Yeah, I think you always learn more from the adversities in life than you know, a lot of your success stories. So, you know, just putting my head down, going back to work, doing what I love. I love to play the game. You know, I want to get back to having fun. You know, getting a chance to meet these guys, and I already feel like, you know, it's a great environment here with this coaching staff and these players. So that's just what I want to get back to. Yeah, I think the communication, you know, is what it is. It was behind closed doors. You know, I'm confident in the way that I handled it. I handled it the way I should have handled it. You know, I'm excited to be here. It worked out so well that Philly was the place I ended up landing in. So I think everything happens for a reason, and you know, I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
How did your family find out about the trade and what was your reaction?
Oh, I called my dad immediately. He was you know, so excited to have me back. You know, it's an hour and 15-minute drive now instead of 5.5, and they've been making that 5.5-hour drive for 7 years now. So, you know, it's my turn to make the drive back over this way a little bit closer and be able to spend some more time with family and see everybody. Is going to be pretty special.
How about in terms of scheme fit? Do you have an understanding of how it might fit into the scheme and you know, where the transferable skill set is between you and Jalen?
Yeah, I do. You know, watching some of the Eagles stuff last year, some of the RPO stuff. They get Jalen on the move a lot. I feel like I can do a lot of the same things. Then watching Coach Moore stuff in LA and Dallas, what he did with Dak, what he did with Justin in LA. I think, getting under center, being in the gun, I think I can do both those things. I think I showed that in Pittsburgh. I think they're gonna, they got to figure out the system now with, doing what they did last year here and at their previous places. Terminology wise and scheme wise. So, I'm excited to learn and just take in as much as I can. Yeah, it's tough because I don't really know what the scheme is yet. So it's finding out what the playbook looks like and tying it into my game and just trying to polish up things in the pocket. A lot of that goes with what we're doing schematically. So, once I learn that, formulate a plan, with the coaches, continue to improve my game.
You mentioned what a crazy business this is. I mean, 2 years ago, your first round pick. A few months ago, 3 months ago, you're starting games for the Steelers, and now you're sitting here. How do you kind of take it all in? Does it kind of seem unbelievable it transpired this way?
I think you go into this league with an open mind. You hear so many crazy stories. I have a great support system. A lot of great people that support me, that push me every day. I think leaning on those people, figuring out the next step. And now I'm sitting in this chair, and I feel extremely grateful to be in the position that I'm in.
Hey, Kenny, there were some reports that you refused to be an emergency quarterback for the year last season. Can you tell us what happened there?
Yeah, I think that goes back to a lot of the communication behind closed doors that didn't go the way that I feel like they wanted how it was getting released. There was a plan there for that game. It went down exactly the way it was planned to go down that entire week. I was coming off the ankle surgery, so it is what it is. And, like I've been saying, though, I'm very happy to be here.
Are you finding like teams are not as patient like with quarterbacks? Obviously, Dustin just got traded right after you. Dustin Ritter and stuff like that. Sam Howell. Is there kind of like a hurry as far as teams are concerned?
Yeah, everyone wants to win now. It's an extremely competitive league. I think every franchise, every organization handles it differently. I don't think there's any right or wrong way. It's just kind of how the business has transpired over these past couple of years. But I think as young players, I think everyone understands what you're getting yourself into when you make it to this level.
After 2 years in the league, what do you say your strengths would be at this point? What are some things you do very well?
Yeah, I think my accuracy, I think my ability to play in and out of the pocket, get on the move, extensive plays, just being a leader on a team, the guys want to play with, guys want to, have in the huddle, all things I feel like I do pretty well.
Getting back to the pre-draft stuff, do you have any, obviously you meet with a lot of teams, it's kind of a whirlwind. I know Howie went out to watch you at some point. The Eagles, I think, took you out to dinner after your pro day. Do you have an inkling of them standing out with the interest, or is it just kind of?
Yeah, talking with Howie, I think he said it was the first college game he was at in 3 years or something, that Thursday night game. When we played North Carolina, at Heinz Field. So, great memory that I had at Pitt. Really cool that he was in attendance for that game and made it a point to be there. After not previously going to a lot of games. So, I knew that there was definitely interest from back, at my Pitt days.
You mentioned you talked to Jalen Hurts. Have you known him beforehand, and how much of his game have you watched, and what do you hope to kind of maybe learn?
Yeah, I haven't known him before. Never got a chance to speak with him. Got a chance to talk to him over text, just kind of, what's going on here now with the new coaching staff and how everything's transpired. Seems like a great guy. I'm really looking forward to working with him. I think he's an unbelievable player. I think I can learn a lot of things from him on the field, off the field, just getting to know him as a person. So I'm excited to join the room.
You mentioned that game against North Carolina being a good memory. Didn't it go like 10 overtimes or something against Sam Howell?
Yeah, a couple of overtimes and then started downpouring at the end there. We got the win in overtime actually through a touchdown to Lucas Kroll, who's at my place down in Florida right now. We're training together, so great memories.